On Friday, Cal Raleigh of your Seattle Mariners tied and broke the American League pre-All-Star game home run record. Welcome to the Dom Skiing Channel, your one-stop shop for the Mariners storylines on Seattle's minds. And today, it's a great day in Mariner Nation as the Mariners beat the best team in the MLB, the Detroit Tigers, 12-3, out hitting them 11-6 on expected batting average, beating them 262 to 178 as Luis Castillo outduels Tarik Skubal and Cal Raleigh ties and breaks a record in the American League. That's right, the most home runs hit in the American League before the All-Star break. Chris Davis, and I think one other guy in the AL had done it, but second most in the MLB. He is now one behind Bonds for the MLB lead with 2 games to go. So Cal Raleigh chasing history right now in this series. Just amazing to watch. This is the focus of these games, although we did beat the best team in baseball by 9 runs as well. So moving away from the record, which obviously I'm sweating, the fan's not on my room because I don't want it to be loud in the video, but I'm going to talk to you guys about this. So you have J.P. Crawford go 1 for 3, 2 runs scored. Julio 1 for 4, 2 runs scored. Julio hits a 2-run homer in this one. Walks once, strikes out once. The OPS is up near 700 now at 694. Another 2 hard hits for Julio. He's been collecting those recently. Cal with 2 homers, going 2 for 5 with the double dong, 5 RBIs. He's now back up to 1,022 OPS on the season. Randy, who was just named an All-Star today, congratulations to him. I didn't call that out in the video because that was announced right after the video I made. The other thing that got announced that I want to talk about from the Yankees series that I hadn't talked about before is that John Boy did a breakdown of Munoz was tipping his pitches and the Yankees knew what was coming in that 9th inning. So not as alarming as we might have suspected. It's alarming that Munoz was tipping his pitches, but you'll figure it out and he'll be fine next time. But in this one, right, you don't need any Munoz. And he was actually sat down for the day. And luckily we weren't in any sort of position where we would have needed him anyway. Because Bizzardo gets 2 nice innings out of the bullpen, 2 strikeouts to 1 walk. Doesn't allow anything. Spire, nothing allowed on 10 pitches. Gets a clean inning. And then Juan Burgos, a clean inning for him as well. So the bullpen going 4 innings without allowing a hit. But Luis Castillo goes 5 innings. 3 earned runs on 6 hits and 2 walks, 6 strikeouts in this one. You get a lot of what you want with Luis Castillo because he only gives up 2 hard hits. He does an extremely good job limiting the hard contact in Detroit. And he throws 16 changeups. It was his main secondary pitch, so we haven't seen that almost all year. He gets 13 swinging strikes on 100 pitches, which is very, very good. That's very effective. 10 coming on 59 four-seam fastballs, just 1 on 16 changeups, 1 on 13 sinkers, 1 on 12 sliders. But the fact that all those pitches are working, and the fact that he had a full 4-pitch arsenal in this one, gives him more than enough cause to think that he'll be good moving forward, as well as that elite 85.8 mile an hour average exit velocity in this one. None of his pitches were hit very hard, with the lone 100 mile an hour ball hit on this one, and both hard hits in this one. Hard hit classified as a ball hit harder than 95 miles an hour. Only on the fastball. So, he throws 59% fastball. This is very, very textbook. 13 swinging strikes, 100 pitches. You look at this, if you wanted to see what you would expect from Luis Castillo, especially at this point in his career, I think this start is a perfect indicator of that on a StatCast side. However, only going 5 innings, getting 6 strikeouts, then allowing the 3. Annoying because you'd love to see him just get that quality start. And to need 4 innings out of the bullpen, not usually ideal. However, the Mariners offense does an excellent job tonight. Donovan Solano hitting a triple that gets past the center fielder, Austin Meadows. And then, so you had Parker Meadows. I get these guys confused all the time, just the names. I promise I know. I know Parker Meadows, the 202 hitter for the Pirates, who batted 8 and played center field tonight. I always get these names confused, and I kept doing it tonight too. But Skubal gives up 4 runs on 4 hits over 5 innings, 2 walks, just 5 strikeouts. You have 2 really great performances against Skubal this year if you're the Mariners, so that's excellent to see as well. We faced Brendan Hannafy before as well. He ends up getting the 5 outs by giving up a hit, and then luckily we get another run off Tyler Holton because it was a close game at that point. Then Carlos Hernandez comes in, and we absolutely bomb Carlos Hernandez. That's how it all starts in that top of the 9th, where that game just gets away from the Tigers, and we really blow it wide open. That was a long top of the 9th. You see the offense just start to roll, and it was necessary after seeing the Yankees do it to us last night late in the game. But then on the other hand, looking at Tarik Skubal, what he used against us, he definitely went pretty heavy on the changeups, which is the way to beat the Mariners. That's exactly what the Yankees pitchers from Devin Williams all the way through that bullpen did yesterday. So Tarik Skubal, 11 swinging, 15 swinging strikes on 87 pitches, 8 on 29 changeups, still a very elite, almost 30% swinging strike rate. About 30% swinging strike rate on the changeup for the Mariners hitters. So really disappointing to see that we just, it's what we come to expect at this point. And maybe we can just win enough ball games where that's the book on the Mariners, but we'll win enough ball games in spite of it. But I feel like in the playoffs, this really could come back to bite us. So I want to see us improve on hitting these changeups and not whiffing on them so much. Obviously, Edgar took 1,000 swings off of the tee. Sorry, not obviously, but because whoever's watching this video, I'm sure you don't know this, but Edgar Martinez, the Mariners hitting coach, used to take 1,000 swings off of a tee every single day. He did not have trouble hitting changeups, sliders, any of that, because he could, and it's not like he was facing live pitching as much as these guys do now. But just taking the swings off of the tee was enough for him to get, to get the swing, get those lumps out of the swing. What I really wanted to make the title of the game, or the title of today's game video, was no lumps in his swing, because Cal Raleigh truly has no lumps in his swing. I think that's where I'll end it. Is that, we talked about Tarik Skubal's changeup, we talked about pretty much everything, Cal on the record. We're almost at the All-Star break here. But Tarik Skubal has this, massive strikeout rate on this changeup, 8 on 29 with swinging strikes. And the reason Cal can hit that changeup and a lot of other guys can't is because there's no lumps in his swing. If you go try to swing a baseball bat or a golf club right now, you can see that there's a little bit of a lump in your swing, especially if you don't do it that often. Certain people have a great God-given ability to swing smoothly. Case in point, Ken Griffey Jr., Robinson Cano. However, people like Julio, right, can get all tied up with knots. Cal has eliminated the lumps from his swing because he comes through that ball. We talked about this during the Cubs series. We talked about this because the broadcast did. They let us know. Cal comes through that ball now, and it very similar to an iron swing. We said earlier in the year, Julio needs to go into that iron mode and do less of a driver's swing. And you see right here that that's really the difference right now too. And I haven't even given Julio that much credit for his 2-run homer tonight, but Julio, when he looks good, there might be knots in his swing, but those tools are going to win out a lot. And that's why he does deserve to be an all-star. He does show up. And even though he's not playing the game, he's the type of guy who could go and win the All-Star Game MVP, and none of us would be that surprised. Anyway, Cal's got a beautiful swing with no lumps in it. That's why he's able to hit the change-ups But not all of our guys were like that, and that's why Tarik Skubal was able to deploy it as his primary pitch against us, and why we still couldn't hit that well. And even though we got him out of the game, even though we ended up doing very well offensively, the problems persist with that changeup especially. And I think that's going to do it for today. If you've enjoyed, make sure you like, subscribe. Hopefully we can get to 50 subscribers by the end of July. It's like one a day. I know we can do it. I know there's one person out there today who's watching all these videos who hasn't subscribed yet. So go ahead and subscribe. And with that being said, as you guys can see, I am getting sweaty in Seattle. It's hot out here. You guys stay hydrated, drink water. That being said, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Go Ams.